Alright, what's going on, guys? We're back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to go over this announcement that we got in the news. So this talks about some of the events getting their missions updated. So if we look here, right, this is going to be for the In Search of Greater Power, God Level Intensive Training, as well as the Master It Special Technique of Hope. So these are the two growth events, right? The Weiss event that you can do, you know, like however many runs you want to do a day, just kind of run through, get a bunch of skill orbs, and then the once a week Link skill orb event where you fight the Goten and Trunks. In order to get those are getting, I don't want to say revamped, but the missions are basically getting renewed. So like for this one, you know, it's completed X amount of times and you're going to get extra tickets. You might get you'll get stones, you get some meats. And then for this one, you know, it was just to complete it X amount of times. So, you know, once a week, you know, 1, 2, 3 weeks, and you've got all the mission rewards there. So it most likely be the same missions, right? They are just kind of updating them and making them available again. So for those of you that have already completed all those missions, you'll be able to go through them again, get more rewards, and I mean, it's a good thing, right, that they do that. But what we're talking about here is that this is actually a lot bigger than what some people realize. So people are going to look at this and they're going to be like, okay, yeah, cool, missions are getting updated, sick. There's much more to it than that. This is a big indicator. I'll put an asterisk on that saying most likely for the start of the global Dokkan campaign. So over here on Twitter or on X, whatever you want to call it, Rick had mentioned this before. So he had posted this tweet back in May talking about the resetting of the missions and how they did this before, right? So if they reset the missions for the Weiss event and the League Skill Orb events for a global Dokkan celebration or global Dokkan campaign, like they did for the worldwide celebration and anniversary, we could find out the start date of the global Dokkan campaign soon. This, the one that he posted an image of, said was posted a month before the anniversary, and the PST will say late June or early July, right? So if it was posted exactly a month beforehand and it gave that time frame, right? If we read through this, early July. So a lot of people are thinking, you know, maybe Global Dokkan campaign starts June 30th, like the Tanabata usually did. People are thinking maybe it starts July 7th, like Global Anniversary always did. So if we can go off of what Rick is saying here and what is being put out, and Rick is very reliable. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now, right? It's not like he just throw this any kind of like bull crap out there. He's very reliable in the community and what they do. So if we're seeing this and what he said is true, then we're looking at Global Dokkan campaign starting on the 7th of July, right? So the normal start date for the global anniversary that we've been accustomed to over the last, let's say, 9 years now, right? Because now the 10th year it's changing. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking forward to. Yes, it's great that these are getting, you know, quote unquote revamped with their missions. Like the missions are getting renewed. That's great. But there's a much deeper meaning to this. So that's really what we wanted to talk about today. I mean, there's not a whole lot to go off of with this, or not a whole lot more to explain. I just wanted to like throw this out there and let you guys know, hey, it looks like early July versus late June. Right, so we are in a dead period. It does kind of suck. I mean, I imagine, let's see, if we're looking at the time frame here, you know, it was mentioned before that it's possible the part 2 isn't until the 17th or around then. So maybe like 16, 17. I would say early as the 13th, but I don't know if it's going to be that soon. Because you think Dokkan Day is the 14th, 15th, you get your tickets. I'm guessing that the LR will probably come out like the 16th, either 16th or 17th, which you should not be summoning on anyway, so I wouldn't even worry about it. But we should be finding out, you know, sometime this week or later next week, right? The around the 12th, 13th, 14th, whatever, what the part 2 LR is, or maybe even earlier in the week. But we have the announcement for the maintenance, right? It's going to be Monday through Tuesday. So Monday night into Tuesday morning. We'll come out of that. We'll have a data download. We'll find out what else is going on the rest of this next week. I'm guessing probably the start of the Million Arena, or at least some sort of announcement for the start of it. Maybe another Easy A. I mean, we could see, on the banners. Let's see if we can just pull this up real quick. So we had the banner, right? So they had Yamcha and the Gammas. Those are very viable options, I think, for Easy A's. We could see all 3 of them. We could see just Yamcha. I think they would do the Gammas together. So, if they decide to do all 3, great. If they decide to do Yamcha, sure. But at least it's something else to do. It's extra stones. Something to keep us occupied throughout this dead period, right? Like I said, there's not a whole lot going on. So I think they're kind of banking on that Million Arena to kind of eat up a little bit of time to get ready for whatever else they have planned coming up for the rest of this celebration leading into the Global Dokkan campaign. Looking at the login bonuses here, right? So this campaign is set to go through the 29th till normal reset time, right? So the 29th night is probably when we'll start seeing the countdown campaign for the Global Dokkan campaign, right? So if we look at that again, so think the night of the 29th, right? They start their 7-day countdown. You get to the night of the 6th, everything kind of starts. Banners go live on the 7th or 8th, and then everything is popping off, right? And it's going to be crazy. So I think it's going to be good, with how dead everything is. I really hope that they make this a huge, monstrous celebration to get everybody pulled back in, because right now everything is very dead. There's really not a whole lot going on. I've kind of stretched out time on trying to get some of these videos out just to kind of, bide my time with it. That plus, work. But yeah, there's really not a lot going on. But once we get that data download, once we go into maintenance, we come out of that, there'll be a couple extra things, a couple extra events. That Tau event, that we mentioned in the other video, this will be live. Hopefully announcement for an Easy A or a Super Easy A, and then maybe a little bit more information on that Million Arena. I don't know, something to kind of tide us over. So yeah, I mean, that's really gonna be it. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to over explain this. Just know that this announcement has much bigger meaning than most people realize. Early July, I think that's what we're looking at for the start of the Global Dokkan campaign. So mark your calendars, July 7th, normal global anniversary time. That's going to be the start date. Countdown starting the night of the 29th or 30th, really. So, yep, look forward to that. We'll start doing some, speculation videos. Let me know what you guys are hoping for the Global Dokkan campaign. Let me know if you guys are excited. What are you guys doing in the meantime while everything's dead? Let me know what you guys are up to. If you guys stuck around to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.